not a savior smoker, we're here to save the day. We got tips and tricks, reviews and more. Join us on the back porch, that's what we're here for. We're not professionals, but we're here to help. Take a step into the lounge, don't be by yourself. Light up a stick, let the stories unfold. In the back porch lounge where the vibe is bold. Shy about the shop, no need to fear. We'll teach you the ropes and make it all clear. Learn the lingo, find your cigar groove. With the Leaf Cutters crew, you got nothing to prove. We're not professionals, but we're here to help. Take a step into the lounge, don't be by yourself. Light up a stick, let the stories unfold. In the back porch lounge where the vibe is bold. So grab your cigar, join the conversation. Let's light it up, spark some inspiration. The Leaf Cutters are here, the world to ignite. One stick at a time, under the porch light.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Back Porch Lounge. We are the Leaf Cutters, and we are not professionals, but we're here to help. And today in the Back Porch Lounge, we have Stogy Mag. We're extremely excited to have Stogy Mag in the Back Porch Lounge so we can talk about this awesome product, which I do not have with me, but Andy has his. And I'm pretty sure the guys from Stogy Mag is there. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
We wanted to show that off. And today we have Alex Zerinsky. I don't know what your title is at Stogy Mag.
Hey, everybody.
That got ominous. Like,
Sorry, we also have the. I'll go on mute.
That's my title. Is the Thunder.
is the thunder?
Alex Thundercloud.
Alex is Alex the Thunder Zerinsky.
That's right. It's a new nickname, but we're gonna keep it around.
I'm gonna start saying it. So the Thunder, how's it going? No. And we also have Colonel Stogy from Stogy Mag. Welcome to the
Thanks for having us here.
The man, the myth, the
Maybe
legend.
Man, the myth, the legend. Should we address you by your official title, Colonel Stogy?
Yeah, that works.
It's like, I'm just gonna stick with it.
So, are you
Let's go.
a full bird colonel or just a?
No, never served. It's just part of the role.
Yeah,
The purveyor of fun.
Yes.
it's an awesome character. I dig it.
I'm the CEO. It's the Chief Entertainment Officer.
There you go.
Nice.
I like it. And today we're going to have a grab bag of cigars to tell you what I'm smoking today. It's going to be the Drew Estates New Dominicana. I actually enjoy this cigar. I've had it before, but we're going to smoke it again today. How about you, Andy?
If I can avoid dodging lightning every few minutes this afternoon, I'm going to have the Silent Hero Connecticut. Since we're talking, Stogie magazines and military-esque type stuff, it felt appropriate.
It's a good cigar, too. How about you, Billy?
I'm trying out something I haven't had before. It's the Tailgate from Karen Berger.
Nice.
I've heard good things about that one as well. And Robert, how about you?
I'll be having the knuckle sandwich from Espinosa,
Which knuckle sandwich is that?
the Toro
The Toro. Okay.
Maduro.
Okay.
How about you, Zach?
I'm having the Blackworks Studio Natural Born Killer Lizard King, which I have to show this off. It's like, check out the barber pole on that.
Oh yeah, very cool.
Awesome.
It's like, it's subtle. I like it.
Awesome. So, how about Alex, Colonel Stogy? Are y'all smoking today?
I am. I'm running with the Johnny Tobacco Knot from Room 1. So
That's a good one.
One of my go-tos. Always a good smoke. Never lasts long enough.
No, I had that one yesterday. I will agree with that 100%.
Be smoking this afternoon.
That's cool. And you got to get to do most of the talking. So, awesome.
Yeah.
I have a function I have to go to right after this. That's been requested by the wife.
Yeah, so no smoking.
Yes.
Honey. Yeah. All right.
I do.
So, Ugh, that's awful. So, how about you, Robert? You have a question today while we light up?
You're muted.
Where did the idea for the Stogie Mag come from?
The Stogie kind of actually started a little bit as a joke. So we just kind of were working on, we have a e-commerce business that does distribution of some firearms parts and stuff. And we were looking for kind of a product that could do some promotions for that. And we kind of started working on it in collaboration with a few folks, including the guys over at Room 101 who provided a lot of the cigars for our testing and stuff. So when we originally started, we were like, okay, this is kind of going to be a little bit of a gag product. We weren't really sure. And then as we developed it, there became a lot more to it than we kind of thought. That a slimmer option to carry cigars with an integrated humidity feature in it kind of became more and more. And as we ran with it, we realized it just kept getting more complicated, getting more difficult. There's actually a lot of engineering that went into the product. So that was fun, and also took a lot longer than we thought it was going to.
Very cool. I mean, 'cause it looks cool. I want one. I'm not gonna lie. They've got one. I don't know.
Yeah. Very cool.
Should have been a PCA.
I know.
Just for you, Robert.
Yeah.
Easy.
Way to rub it in.
Full fan white on.
You know. Full disclosure,
No,
I paid for mine.
Yeah.
We'll send you guys a care package.
Yeah.
Aw.
Oh,
Thank you.
I got to admit, sorry, Gibbs, I know I'm running into your question, but I got to admit,
Go ahead, man.
so the packaging for the Stogie Mag was really cool. But I think my favorite part of unboxing the package was the comic book style, the comics style instructions on how to use it.
Yes.
Yeah, that came originally from the Army comic book for the manual on the M16. So it's a fun little piece of history with that. We
Nice.
decided to go with that. But yeah, I can open this one. This is a fresh unit, and we can show you guys how it's packaged. I'll open it up. You guys can show everybody the
That's good because I don't know where my box is.
extreme.
So as he's opened that up, I do have a question. So you said it started off as a joke. What was it? It's like, hey, I bet I can fit my cigar into that 50 cal clip right there.
I mean,
bet you can't.
basically, it was like, what if we made a magazine for something that doesn't need a magazine? As kind of like a very easy way to carry things. I was like, we've been longtime shooters, avid shooters. A lot of people might identify as having purchased a magazine for a gun before they actually get the gun. It's kind of like a weird thing gun folks do.
Yep.
But I call it gun manifesting. You kind of
Setting goals.
like you put it out there, you're going to end up with the gun eventually, hopefully.
That's it.
But when we started kind of going down the rabbit hole, we really saw kind of a niche that wasn't really being kind of, in my opinion, taken into consideration. And the shooting community, the 2A community, that is it's a very big segment of the cigar smoking world. The folks that are avid outdoorsmen and shooters, tend to really like cigars. And we found a lot of the products that were on the market, were on the cheaper side, come from outside the country, are not produced in American factories, are not, don't take any of that stuff into consideration. And, our product is 100% manufactured in the United States, from the actual injection molding all the way to the box and stickers are all produced with U.S. manufacturers and in U.S. factories.
Wow, that's awesome.
I like that.
Yeah. And here are those instructions. Well, it's going to be backwards. It's basically a manual.
yeah, that's sweet.
Nice.
I
That's
like
awesome.
that. That's really cool.
How long have you all been smoking cigars? I know it's probably going to range, and Rara, you're the newest, but
Andy's been smoking since utero. I know
Yeah, I've
that.
been told since in utero. So
Cigar actually was delivered before.
I started smoking cigars in
It was
'97,
very awkward.
and it's
I don't even.
of course, yeah, it's been fun. It's an education, even after 20-ish years. Still learning stuff.
Well, it's amazing that Alex and I have always smoked cigars, we try to learn and stuff, but compared to after attending the last two PCAs, it's like, oh my goodness, there's so much involved in learning and this and that. It's pretty amazing, the knowledge that's out there.
you think and then you feel like an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came home.
Did you attend an event like that?
Like, I remember our first PCA in Vegas, Some guys said, "What's your breakfast cigar?" I was like, "A what? A breakfast cigar?" So that was a thing. So,
We had no idea how big of a thing that was.
yeah.
Yeah. You definitely,
So-
when you go to a place like PCA, you find out really quick how much you don't know.
Real quick. And it's been great. And we learn every single time we go. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's an awesome crowd to go visit and talk. It's definitely a different trade show than we've always done firearm shows. And it's a different crowd. This is more relaxed, hanging out, talking, not just fast-paced move. This is, you're actually enjoying the time, which is like, smoking a cigar is. So it's definitely a nice change of pace.
Yeah, for sure.
I know we enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it compared to SHOT Show, it's a little bit more chill for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, there is a little bit of the same stuffiness here and there, but
Yeah.
but generally people are pretty chill.
So I do have a question, but we need to talk about our first light up on these cigars real quick. Again, I've had this one before, the Drew Estates Dominicana. It's good. I like the little bit of sweetness to it. I like the lightness to it. It's another deadwood that I just enjoy. Deadwoods are kind of my palate. I like the sweet tips. Not the flavor, but the sweet tips. I like the sweet tips. But it's a smooth cigar, and I'm enjoying it. How about you, Andy?
Well, Silent Hero, he does. Man, Bryce has a tendency to knock it out of the park, and I've had this, and I think I've reviewed it on the show at least once. But it's really, the Connie's a really good lightweight cigar just to kind of sit out here on the patio and just kind of enjoy. So it lit up really well, and sadly it's smoking a little faster than I want it to, but that's why I brought backup.
In the Stogie Mag. How about you, Billy?
Yeah, so like I said, this is the first time I've tried this. It's pretty good so far. It's a little on the lighter side. I would say probably light to medium body, but pretty good flavor so far. I'll be interested to see how it kind of develops.
And Robert?
Meh. No,
Meh.
just kidding. I had to channel my inner Grim. Well, it's a knuckle sandwich by Espinosa. I mean, what more can I say except it's great.
That's a pretty easy win. Just saying.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy one. How about you, Zach?
Well, this is not my first Lizard King, but they're quite good. They're a little peppery. Definitely got like kind of a hints of like coffee, black coffee kind of thing going on. But it's a fantastic cigar. I would say probably medium full right now, but maybe closer to full towards the end. We'll see.
So, Alex, I don't know if you want to talk about the
Yeah.
cigar, but
Yeah, sure.
That was pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. I like generally the price range on them, which is really nice. And I feel like for the price of the stick, you get a really solid smoke. They always start out just like a little bit of hint of pepper that I like just to get started, and then is offset really well, like you said, by the sweetness and a little bit of like vanilla that kind of really works its way in there. And the thing I like about the stick is it's pretty consistent all the way through. I think the flavor holds through all three segments of the stick. You don't get a ton of flavor change once the smoke has kind of flowed through, but it's that tends to work a little better on shorter sticks, especially with the way that I like to
Right.
smoke them.
Yeah,
Back to back to back.
that is a good stick. All right. So, when I was first introduced to Stogie Mag, of course, I've seen you on social media. And the first question I had that popped in my mind was, how does it not damage the cigar whenever, you're taking them in and out and things like that? And then when you showed me at PCA, I was like, that's pretty cool. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, but the way it does it is kind of like the reverse of an actual clip, to where instead, when you're pushing it down, it's designed to push up. But instead, with yours, it's kind of designed to push down and keep
Right.
it going down and just
So
softly.
traditional firearms mags, when the mag is fully loaded, as the rounds are leaving, you want the spring tension to actually push back and compensate for the loss of the compression on the spring. So what it's called is a progressive rate spring. And in this scenario, you actually want the exact opposite of that. You want the spring tension to either stay exactly the same or lighten as the sticks are removed, so that at no point are you really putting pressure on the stick. The other way that we kind of achieve that is the cradle within the follower. And if I can pull it out, there's
There.
Colonel Stogie's like, I got this. Hang on a minute.
I got it.
Field dress.
I got it covered.
You didn't put your blindfold on beforehand, so
this is my rifle, this is my cigar. So you can really see there's a really nice concave there that cradles, and that's offset by the feed lips on the actual mag there. So it's a real soft, while there is a harsh edge on the follower, that's on the edge that doesn't come in contact with the cigar. So it also helps to kind of protect and push the cigar. So it does function a little bit better with wrapped cigars, but most companies now at this point are moving to the cellophane wraps. An interesting thing about the cellophane wraps is a lot of people are like, well, how are you getting any humidity in wrapped cigars? What's interesting about those wraps is they're actually semi-permeable. They're designed to allow humidity to push and pull through that cellophane wrap.
Yeah, and I think we actually learned at PCA, aren't the wraps made out of like a corn resin?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think there's a few different versions.
They're very
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
yeah, cellulose.
Which that blew my mind too. I was like,
Yeah,
wow,
so not
that's
actually
cool crap, 'cause if
plastic.
you-
It's
Yeah, actually,
biodegradable.
it's not actually
Yeah.
plastic. So if you burn it, it doesn't burn or it doesn't melt. It actually burns. So it's kind of cool. That's just a nerd out thing. I apologize.
No.
So,
That's how we got here. Nerding out on this stuff.
yay, nerds! That brings up a good question. Now that I've got one and I know the answer, but for the rest of the people playing along at home, speaking of humidification, how does that work with the Stogie Mag? If I've got, a fully loaded magazine that I'm lugging around for, let's say, a drive from my place to Zach's place, which is 12 and a half hours, how am I going to keep my sticks humidified while they're in the Stogie Mag?
Yeah, so you get a pretty solid seal on the lid, as you've known as you play with it. That press fit design is designed to kind of really seal well. So it's never, we never recommend storing long term in Stogie Mags. That's not really what it's kind of designed for. What it's designed for is to protect your sticks when you're going out on an outing. If you're going to the shooting range, if you're throwing it in your backpack, something we always found was, I didn't like the big bulky cases. I probably smoke more cigars than the average bear, so I carry more cigars. But generally, those cases are so bulky and don't fit in a backpack if you're traveling or in a briefcase. So what we really wanted was something that was compact and allowed you to just slide it in and not have to worry about it.
Yeah, it would fit great in like a.
And there is a humidification pack in the follower that is replaceable. And it's a push-pull humidity pack, so that is where you replace it at.
So that was a collaboration that we did with Boost, and
Oh yeah.
so they're a very well-known company in the industry. They've got a great product, and they're another one of the folks that are doing that push-pull system. So it'll pull humidity out as you're. Being in Louisiana, you probably are dealing with over humidification more so than you are under humidification, like I'm dealing with here in Nevada.
Yeah.
So
My humidor suffers with that too.
those systems in those packs are a game changer, because if you remember early on when you were trying to go out and get the special water, the desalinated water or whatever it was, and you set the dish in there to allow it to soak up, and just trying to manage it. And then I remember going through and I bought one of the electronic ones that had the fan that was as you get into. So out here in the desert, honestly, large format storage for my big cigars, I do in a Tupperware container with those packs. So it's a complete seal on it with those humidity packs, and you tend to get storage for big stuff when I have a lot of cigars.
Yeah. I also use a couple of Tupperwares for specific sets of cigars.
Yeah.
Yep.
Within a big one, or you just do
No,
those
they're-
individually if it's.
I just manage them like separate humidors. I have a few of them. Like I have one that has whatever's left of my PCA cigars, and then I have one that's cigars that are set aside for future shows that we're doing. Either from a sponsor or a manufacturer, or just something we want to smoke. And then I've got another one just because I bought couple boxes of Romacraft, and it's just full of Romacraft. It's got its own.
Fair.
And then I have my normal humidor for everything else that's in there.
Yeah,
Gonna do my groom.
Just call it.
an interesting thing that I actually didn't know that I learned not that long ago is I'm not a flavored cigar smoker, but there is a big population of flavored cigar folks.
There are.
What I actually found out is that you should not be storing flavored cigars in the same humidor as other cigars, which I, as a non-flavored guy, I didn't know that, because the cigars that are not flavored will actually pick up the essence and pick up the flavors of those flavored cigars.
Yes, sir.
Pretty
Yes,
interesting.
sir.
All right, Colonel, you took your helmet off. I gotta ask, and I think because I remember you telling me back in PCA, but how much does that helmet weigh?
Original design that Alex came up with and did was a real ballistic helmet. I think that was 15 or 16 pounds. This one,
With the nods.
yeah, with the nod. So and that was 4 days of shot show, and I think I shrunk a couple inches.
And he said, if you make me do another show where I have a helmet that heavy, I'm never coming back.
So, and it is true. And he went on down to the airsoft store, and we had a new one made. This one's probably I think 6 or 7 pounds, so it's not that bad, but it gets a little warm on the head outside.
Yeah.
Are those active nods, or they're like just the
They don't
tubes?
trust me with real nods.
Okay. It's like you're gonna get.
We're not-
you're gonna
He's
get
like,
mugged or
absolutely
something.
Due to Doge cuts, we can't afford real nods.
That's awesome.
So it's the Stogie Mag is actually considered a tactical cigar case. So I thought it was kind of funny that Zach and I both had the same exact question on. So does that make it is it water resistant, waterproof? Is it
Water resistant, not waterproof.
Gotcha.
We are working on developing actually a different seal lid. We've gotten some feedback for version 2.0, and the two things that we get talked about a lot is, man, I really wish you made it fit a 6-inch stick with a 52 ring gauge. You know, hindsight.
We had that question.
Hindsight is a hell of a view, and I would have loved that feedback before we launched the product, because then I could have incorporated that into it. But you don't know what you don't know. And Robusto cigars traditionally have been the most popular size of cigar. You've only seen in the last couple years really the move to larger gauge, larger ring gauge, and longer sticks. There's always been a variation in size, but 5-inch tended to be kind of a pretty standard size.
Yeah, and
I find it.
I mean, that's popular size for me. You know, it's a good amount of time. Plus, I feel a lot of cigars are actually blended at the Robusto size first, because it's such a popular size. And you know, for whatever that's worth, it might be like that. That size may taste more to what the blender is after than some of the other sizes that have been adapted. Although sometimes a different size or even a box press will change the way they taste, for sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and box press Robusto will function in the mag. It doesn't function as well, but we have run it, and you don't do damage to the sticks. I wouldn't recommend putting 6 of them in there, but if you're putting a box press, you throw the box press at the top, and you pull that out for yourself, and then give your buddies the regular.
Give them the cheap stuff.
I call those guest sticks.
Yes.
Every time I go to some place where I might smoke a cigar and I bring one for me, I'll bring an extra one in case someone's enthusiastic and wants to join me.
Yeah,
It's usually
Not
me.
as good as the one that I'm smoking for myself.
it's the polite thing to do.
Yeah.
You go to a wedding, you go to an event, like you're gonna run into somebody else that wants to smoke a cigar.
Well,
I do.
go ahead, Andy.
I'm fine. Yeah, so I went to the cigar shop yesterday and didn't take my Stogie Mag with me because, well, it was on my desk and I didn't anticipate making a stop by the cigar shop. Like, I'll just swing in and pick up, 5 or 6 sticks and throw them in the Stogie Mag. And so I'm talking to the gal, and she's helping me peruse the not so large humidor, but that's okay. We're not gonna we're not going to complain because I got cigars out of it. I bought 5 sticks, 2 of them fit, and it wasn't length; it was ring gauge.
Okay.
Right.
So 52 or 54?
52 or 54.
Yeah.
52 is borderline. Some Robustos in 52 will occasionally fit, depending on whose stick it is. 54 won't fit in there.
No.
Yep, that's what got me.
So,
But that's okay. I'm gonna smoke them anyway.
Yeah, and these are all really good feedback things that us as a company have kind of like looked into and are in an ideal world. We really want actually what I would call a multi-cal mag that would fit, that would accommodate a lot of different stuff. So that is in the works. It's just none of that development is quick.
Yeah.
No.
For sure.
But like guns. I mean, like you're saying, you have different calibers. You can have different sizes ones. I mean, I know it would be a pain in the ass to do a different mold for each one and everything like that, but it's an option for the future, especially if you're doing successful.
Stogie Mag XL.
Go to it. Yeah, get like
high cap,
a monster one.
Yes.
High cap.
Are you actually smaller too? So you can get like
non-California, non-New York compliant.
Exactly.
So it holds more than 2 rounds. Got it.
Yeah.
So
I think it'd be great because I would love to have like a smaller one that could fit like a cane or a nub or a double crab in. That would be cool too because it'd be smaller, it'd be more compacted, but it could still pop them out too.
Yeah. It could be your EDC, just fits right in the
There you go.
front pocket essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Yeah, that I don't smoke them very often, but the like little small tin cigars that like you can get like Undercrown and Romeo and Juliet and stuff.
Like
that would be-
cigarillos, or slightly bigger than a cigarillo.
I was
Slightly
thinking
bigger.
like surrogate of the breadcrumbs from Asylum, I think it is.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. I think
That if next time you're at a cigar shop, they're usually not in the humidor because a lot of them are in plastic already. But they'll have these little like squarish tins that I don't know how popular they are. I don't know if that's one of those things that like only some people buy, but they're usually pretty good.
Y'all, how did y'all hook up and it formed Stogie Mag?
So Christian is actually like my best childhood friend, and he's come along on a bunch of our adventures, and
Nice.
I needed to figure out a way that we could hang out and drink and smoke cigars on a regular basis, and get the wife's stamp of approval.
Oh.
That's awesome.
we have a podcast.
Yeah,
It's exactly
There you
why
go.
we have a
Exactly.
podcast.
It's work.
We went the less expensive route.
Yeah. Cigars ain't cheap, man. I don't know.
that's correct.
They're not.
Cheaper than starting a business, I'm just saying.
Cheaper than starting a business, though. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Well, I thought we were going to smoke one of those the Fabergé eggs. What was it? $24 million from
Kidding, man.
He's insane.
the
I mean,
Playful stuff.
It was really cool
Oh, yeah.
looking, but I'm like, man, that's so impractical. I mean, but it was gorgeous.
Yeah,
It did look good.
beautiful.
I don't know, the Romeo and Juliet mechanical humidor that rises out of its base.
Yeah, that was
pretty doggone awesome
Yeah, that's
too.
pretty
The 150th.
Yeah.
What about the room 101?
Oh yeah, that is beautiful.
That chest was beautiful.
1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, there-
that was I think we're about halfway on these cigars. So we want to do a midway review.
I'm gonna do a 3/4 done review. at this point.
Yes, man.
I'm not talking as much this time. It's kind of nice. I'm just kind of sitting here smoking my cigar. That's why I brought extras.
Yeah. Well, I didn't bring it.
I've got it back
I gotta make this one last.
How did you all link up?
I mean,
Heavens.
me, Andy, Billy, and Robert have known each other forever. Me and Andy, probably 15 plus years now. Me and Billy, probably longer than that.
Yeah, you're talking
And me and Robert,
2000, so
just as long.
25
At
years.
least 20 plus years. Yeah. So we've known each other forever. Andy actually, when I met Andy, he was actually interviewing for a job that we had at a previous employer we worked for. And during his interview, I called him a smartass.
He did.
So,
True story. True story.
so from that point on, we just became friends, and it was it was awesome.
It's been
there.
downhill
Yeah,
ever since.
pretty much. And since we actually live in different parts of the country now, well, except for Billy and Robert, they live here in Georgia with me. Andy actually lives
Not
in
the same house.
Louisiana.
Not the same house.
Not
Although
in,
tonight, Robert and Gibbs are in the same house today.
yeah, me and Robert are in the same house today, but
Just
we
saying.
don't live together. But Zach lives in Tennessee and Andy lives in Louisiana. And like we were saying, we wanted a reason to have a smoke with each other and have a conversation and have a good time. So we do a podcast and gives us an excuse every weekend to get together and have fun.
That's awesome.
Where in Tennessee are you?
20 minutes north of Knoxville.
Awesome. Well, heads up.
Yeah.
We're gonna be in Knoxville for GOA for Guns of America. Have a booth.
Yep.
And
Cool.
then they're I'm not sure who the sponsor is, but I know they're doing a cigar lounge at GOA, which was similar to what we did. We're not as involved. We actually have our own booth at that show, but we were super involved in the cigar lounge at SHOT Show this year with the folks over there.
Yeah, I think that's the goals is on the 8th of August, so we'll be there. Probably
I will.
the 6th.
I'll see if I can hook up with you guys.
Yeah.
I know the wife and I have a concert on the 9th, so we'll maybe I can swing in. That'd be cool. Or at
That'd be fun.
least see you all at the lounge or something.
Yeah. And the goal this will be our first time doing the goals conference. Last year we did the NRA show, and this year we're doing goals. And we kind of GOA has really been out there advocating very heavily on gun rights and 2A stuff. They've kind of picked up a lot of slack and really worked on a lot of the legislation and lawsuits and all the fun stuff that goes on with protecting 2A rights.
That's awesome. Remember, well, I know Gibbs wants to check in on cigars, so I'll let Gibbs do his cigar check-in if you want.
I mean, it's just a show thing, we don't have to do that.
At this point, we'd like to do a halfway check-in. Gibbs, what's your take since you're about halfway done?
Oh, thanks, Andy. I like the cigar. It's pretty good. It's definitely a medium. It's more like a mild to medium smoke. Definitely not heavy. You could drink it with coffee, which I'm doing right now, and it's really good pairing with coffee. I will say that. But it is definitely a
Iced
good
coffee,
smoke.
right? You're not having a hot coffee in the middle of the freaking
Oh
stuff.
hell no! Yeah, I'm having iced coffee. Yeah, I'm not not in this heat. But it's very good pairing with it. The sweetness of it is still there, but it's very, very light. It's not like you have sugar on your lips or anything, but it's a very light sweetness. But I enjoy it. How about you, Andy?
I'm a little bit more than halfway done with mine, and it's burning great. It's still got that mild, barely medium kind of kick to it. So and it's got a little bit of, like Stogie, wrong company, Silent Hero. And they both start with S. Work with me here. It's still got that little bit of pepper in the retro. And so, I mean, I'm still enjoying the hell out of it. So I know I'll be done before the rest of y'all are, which is rare. I don't usually, not the first one done. Okay, shut up, Zach.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah, okay.
He's right there. He's right there with you.
Side note, after that, I'm sorry, if you can't drink hot coffee in the middle of the day, you just can't be trusted. Something wrong with you.
I'm just gonna say fuck you. It's like almost 90. I'm going ice. Now in the winter, you're absolutely right. I will down some hot coffee. All right, Billy, you buddy.
Yeah. I guess we're all picked out lighter cigars today. I don't know what it is, but
Didn't even coordinate.
yeah. This one is definitely mild to medium, but the flavors are pretty good. I would say it is enjoyable, but it is on the lighter side. And so, if you're looking for something heavier, you probably don't want to pick this up. But yeah, it's been enjoyable so far. The only thing that I've had an issue with is, and this could just be this one, is that I've had some canoeing a little bit, a little uneven burn, and it's kind of breaking up on the tip for me. But other than that, pretty good.
Is that a V-cut, Billy?
It is.
Yeah, you do V.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can happen sometimes.
It happens.
How about you, Robert?
Yes, the knuckle sandwich has vastly became one of my favorite cigars. Tasty, burning even, great input, great output. Just a well put together cigar.
Yeah, rock on.
Zach?
Gibbs, you're muted, but I'll start talking anyway. So, like I said, I've had this one before, and I already know that I love it. I would say it's on the full side of medium, but not all the way up to a full in strength. But it's got a lot of pepper to it. It's not like overpowering, but it's definitely a peppery cigar. You'd have to be into that for it to be your thing, I would say. But super enjoyable. I'm a big fan of the Black Label Blackworks stuff.
I got good stuff, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Mine's burning pretty nice. It's definitely getting a little bit more of those pepper notes, getting a little bit spicier as I work my way through it. I'm definitely feeling it. I haven't eaten lunch yet. It's still early on the West Coast.
Oops.
Oh my! Yeah.
Keep that chocolate.
Be happy.
The combination of the heat and the smoke is just perfect.
Every time.
He's the
I
Vegas
say that
trip.
when I come out here.
Have a cigar in the heat.
That's right. I say that every morning when we come out here. If I come out here in the mornings, and like yesterday, we got started 7 o'clock my time, and I fired up a Johnny Tobacco Knot.
Nice.
And Gibbs and I we worked together. Zach and Gibbs and I all worked together, and Gibbs and I had maintenance yesterday for 5 hours. When we started out, it was in the mid 80s, and by the time we were done, it was in the low 90s, and I was still enjoying my cigar and my coffee.
You guys mainly porch smoke, or you guys hit lounges?
Both.
I mainly
We do both.
I'm gonna suffer. I suffer on the porch mostly. The closest seating lounge, 35 minutes away.
Wow.
So let me rephrase it. The closest lounge that I want to go sit in is about 35 minutes away. There's a Margaritaville about 10 minutes away with a really nice lounge,
Interesting.
but with really nice casino priced cigars.
Cigar.
And they want you to buy some stuff.
Cigars. Yeah. I bought an Alec Bradley there that you would spend like $12 on in the shop. It would cost me $20. So
Yeah.
The pay to play.
yeah, I'll just sit here on my patio and enjoy the hell out of my cigars.
We have a pretty big lounge culture here in Nevada. We have a lot of really nice lounges, ranging from you can't smoke anything but what they have to if you buy a stick you can smoke whatever you want. So I'm always a little bit of a proponent of that. I always pick something up to support the lounge, but you always meet a lot of interesting people kind of out and about, which I really like here. The other thing that I'm a part of out here, which is really fun, is there's a guy out here who does a networking event called Cigars and Conversations, and I call it long form networking because it's not a traditional networking event. You're not like going to sell your wares, and anytime you're having a cigar, you're relaxing, you're engaging in different conversations, and you're talking about. And so one of his big rules is like, don't be a dick. Don't talk. That's got like
Fair.
Lounge rules.
Yeah.
Lounge rules.
There you go.
Yeah.
But that's really nice. He does that the second Thursday of every month out here, and he does it at the Red Rock Country Club out here. So he sets it up, and there's a bar, and so that's my big kind of outdoor smoke.
Nice.
That's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
Colonel, I
We
know,
had something like that.
I know Alex has gotten all the talk in about his cigars and whatnot. What do you tend to smoke, buddy?
I don't smoke as much because I don't have as much free time anymore. But when I'm on the road, going to a 3-year-old daughter, so my life is consumed with dance camp, jujitsu, school, my job, everything. So, I don't get too many days off,
Feel you.
which I love. I'm not complaining about that. So, but on the road, typically I like to try a lot of new things. I don't have the vast knowledge. Usually Alex guides me in the right way, and we try. He always hooks me up with nice cigars that are good, and I enjoy them. Some not so good, but I do like more of a Connecticut. I'm not a big fan of spicy. I like a Maduro if it's sweet. So lately we've been smoking a lot of the Room 101 stuff,
It's good stuff.
which has been solid all the way through.
Which is fantastic. Yeah.
But yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
So with the Room 101 tie-in, has Matty Booth been super helpful in some of the production, and
Super
I'm just
helpful.
kind of interested in how that relationship plays.
I mean, he is just an all-around awesome dude with a, he has a very unique following within the cigar space. He's been around a long time. His flavor profile on his sticks I always find, I'm like, I really wasn't expecting that. And he seems to find flavors in tobacco that, I haven't found in a lot of other sticks. So, it's always a game. You're always, one day this is your favorite, the next day, this is your favorite.
Yeah.
The other thing that I always do is I'm not a new stick smoker. I basically won't smoke a cigar that I get that hasn't aged for probably 6 months is what I normally like to wait on stuff. I think
pretty smart.
I think you start to get a real change in the flavor profile of the sticks. In Colonel, one of the most fun experiences we've ever had was I got an opportunity to go to Cuba when it was open. And at that point you were allowed to bring back sticks. And so what we did was I actually bought Romeo and Juliet's, a factory box of Romeo and Juliet's, a new out of the factory. And then they have their 7-year aged within the factory. And I met in Cuba, I met this gentleman, and his job, he's a cigar sommelier. So people would come in and he would basically tell them, buy this box, buy this box, buy this box, put it away, don't buy that box. And what he said was, sit down one day when you have some time and smoke the new Romeo and Julieta. And then right afterwards, take the 7-year aged and smoke that cigar afterwards. You're talking about technically the same cigar. It is different tobacco in years, and so you do get fluctuation, very similar to wine. And until I did that, I never really understood how much of a difference in the flavor profile you start to get in the evolution of the cigar. And
it was amazing.
Colonel, both of us, our minds were basically kind of blown by it. So, and it does not have to be a Cuban to do that, but if you have a stick that you really like, put some of them away and kind of smoke them back to back, especially if you're a newer smoker and you're trying to understand the flavor profiles and how they change and how it evolves, because it's really cool and it's a really easy way to start to taste those differences.
Yeah, I like that idea.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm jealous. We got to go to Cuba.
It was an experience. Yeah. The Cuban food in America, I think, is better than the Cuban food in Cuba. Well, that's a market too. That's insane. Like, if you travel out of the country and you go to get a stick now, the prices on a basic Cuban cigar is just insane now.
Mm-hmm.
You basically can't get into a Cuban cigar, even like a Monte Cristo number 2, for like less than like $50 or $60 now.
It's crazy.
When I was down in the Bahamas, I think it wasn't quite that much. The Romeo and Juliet's down there were around $25-$26 starting.
When was that?
But yeah, you have a good point, because that was quite a few years ago. It was probably about 6 years ago.
So you've really started to see the increase in, I would say, the 2 to 3 years. You've really seen the pop in prices on Cuban cigars.
Interesting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I got an email from one of the big shops in London occasionally, and their price sheet is it's gone from I can order a fiver of something and have it shipped, no problem, $100-$150. Yeah, that didn't happen now. That's way not happened. No.
Yeah, and I think that's actually good for a lot of the U.S. cigar manufacturers, because the uniqueness of Cuban tobacco, it's my understanding that they became as famous as they did for tobacco because it was the only place in the world that you had the tobacco plants growing within kind of the same region, same fields as the sugarcane. So you had a natural sweetness to the tobacco coming out of out of Cuba that you didn't find anyplace else. Now some of the growers are adding sugarcane nearby to get some of that sweetness and some of the stuff now.
Interesting.
From other regions.
That's something I'm not aware of. I like that idea. of like the secondary crop influencing the primary.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty neat.
So, Colonel, going back to what you were saying about you like to try new stuff. When you go into a cigar shop now, what draws you into a certain cigar that you want to smoke?
Good
To
question.
be honest, I haven't gone to a cigar shop in a long time. So I was in Alaska for 12 years. I just moved back down to San Diego. So I haven't found a shop here. Between all the shows that Alex and I do, we're very well stocked with people giving out samples and everything like that. So yeah, it's been an extremely long time since I've actually gone to a lounge because I was in Alaska for so long, and now I haven't found my local one here. I've had the time to. But
Okay.
for me, smoking yeah.
I can rephrase the question. So when Alex opens his humidor and says, "Hey, buddy, pick one," what draws you to that cigar you want to smoke?
He says, take this one.
Okay, perfect. There we
Well,
go.
that works.
But also it's size wise. It's like, what are we doing? Are we going off roading and gonna go, take a smoke break and go chill for an hour at some awesome overlook or something? Or are we on a fishing boat in Alaska? Or is it a wedding or something like this? So me, cigars are more, since I don't get to smoke as much anymore, it's more of a memory. So Alex's story about the Cuban cigar, where we were midnight in Seward, Alaska by a campfire, and it was still daylight out. And whether it was because it was such a good different smoke, and it really was, but also that's just a memory that sticks out for me. My best friend since third grade. We're in the middle of nowhere of Alaska, and it's more of like, it's just in the moment of it all. So like, big celebrations, weddings, kids being born, or being on the road with him next week. Like, I know we're gonna have time to sit down and have a cigar and stuff like this. So it's more of a memory kind of thing. There are definitely cigars I've had that I'm like, this is absolutely not for me. And now that I'm old enough to realize that I don't have to smoke the cigar if I don't like it, which has been a great lesson to learn.
It's a hard.
And those are typically the really spicy cigars.
We've only been able to do that now that we're in the cigar business because, like in a lot of cases, you'll suffer through it. But, we're lucky because we kind of fall in a unique area of the business. But,
Same here.
you've got, we're not really competing on cigars. We're not manufacturing cigars. So,
Yeah.
a lot of the vendors out there are like, oh, let's do a collaboration. Let me send you some sticks. Try these out. I just got a box sent to me of Colin McGregor's new cigar that he just launched, and got to smoke that. And that was really cool. That should be starting to be carried in stores now. Camacho just sent me a really cool batch of. He sent me a cutter and some sticks to try out. We're hoping to do a little collaboration with them, but a lot of the cigar brands have been really friendly and really welcoming to us to kind of get involved and be part of a kind of a cool little subculture within cigars.
Yeah,
That's cool.
that's awesome.
I'm gonna go off the word collaboration and Room 101 and Maddie Booth. So is there something hidden in the works for Maddie's Shadow Army?
There's always talks back and forth. We are working on some cool stuff. I know some of you guys saw the Cerakoted versions, so we have some other colors that we're working on as well. We've gotten some requests for that, but kind of to add a little bit of uniqueness to the individual. So we have a couple brands that we're talking about possibly doing their own kind of unique camo color that goes along with their colors for their bands and stuff, which I think would be really cool. I really like moving towards kind of the collaboration and the customization stuff. I feel like there's a pretty standard amount of custom, like you can get your name laser engraved on a cutter or stuff like that, but we're really kind of focusing on some other new ancillary products as well. On the website, if you go to colonelstogy.com, we've got a tabletop cutter that we designed that has a 50 cal whole handle on it. So it's a neck down projectile that is threaded so that you're able to use that. So it looks like you're pulling a bullet. And that's a 4 selection cutter for a lounge or your man cave. The other passion that we've been working on is our ashtrays. So I think you guys might have seen a couple of the early ashtrays that we've been working on, which is really kind of focused on taking design cues from firearms and actual firearms parts and molding them in. Yeah.
I think I saw the full size rifle that you had.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I thought that
we
was
had
freaking awesome. Yeah, that thing was cool as hell, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was just art because it was beautiful, but it would be awesome in a shop somewhere and have that. That would be cool as hell.
Yeah, so me and the Colonel go down the rabbit hole on what would be an ashtray, and those are going to be a little bit more on the expensive side because they're actually using firearms parts, and I'm also trying to add some of the functionality of firearms into those. So I'm working on one that to empty it, you actually use the mag release. So did you guys see the 1911 ashtray that was on the table?
Yeah.
So I've done a redesign on that where it sits on a stand with the mag, and you push the mag release, and you can take it and dump the ash out and then put it back on the stands.
That's cool.
We're trying to
kind of want one.
blend and take the mechanisms within firearms, which I'm always obsessed with. I think there's just such a beauty to the art of building firearms, especially the older ones. The art is not there as much.
There's definitely a lot more handwork that went into like one Garand than an M16. Yeah, I mean, if that gun was manufactured today to like as a service rifle, it would be prohibitively expensive. Just because those craftsmen aren't there anymore at the level that they were at the time.
They couldn't mass produce them at that level.
I mean, and I think that's a major fundamental issue across the aging population within the U.S. in general. Is a lot of those artisan manufacturers and people who chose to go into those line of works and apprenticeships and hands-on working. There was a big push away from that. I think we're starting to see green shoots of people getting reinterested in welding and all of that kind of important stuff that America needs.
Well, yeah, for sure.
And Zach hasn't mentioned he used to be a manufacturer himself.
Oh,
yeah. I think we talked about a little bit of PCA, but for the rest of you, I worked for a firearms manufacturer that built an AR style rifle and a few accessories for it, muzzle brakes and gas blocks, that kind of thing. But when our machining partner, like I became good friends with one of the guys who worked there, and he actually is the first person who sent me a link to a Stogy Mag. So shout out to Sam.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he watches the show or not, but he sent this to me, and I'm like, that's the coolest thing I've seen in a long time. It's super cool. Like actual innovation in the combination of the firearms and cigars. But we were talking, and he's like, I don't know, he's probably around my age, maybe a little younger, and he's a very talented machinist and welder, and like you ask that you want to build something, you have an idea, he could probably do it the entire way, like from design straight up to mass production. But most of the people that he like learned from or was like talking to when he first got into it are, they're aging out of the industry of machining. The average age of like a machinist a couple of years ago when I was in the industry was like 56, 50, mid 50s, and those guys are probably going to retire soon, and they have huge libraries of knowledge in their brains that, more than the feeds and speeds stuff you get in the books, just like, little like nuanced black magic machining stuff that you wouldn't think about. The art
that's
part.
The art aspect of it.
Absolutely. And it's potentially going away because a lot of the younger generation doesn't see it as being an interesting field to be in. But if we're going to like recapture manufacturing in the US, someone's got to start it. So it's cool that you guys are doing it.
So you showed off your Alex. You showed off your Stogie Mag earlier in a fancy Kydex.
Yeah, this is it. We're running this one with the Kydex holster, which is another thing to kind of just kind of started, and we've gotten a lot of requests for how do I mount it to a bag or something on the outside. So what I wanted to do, and Colonel goes through this stuff with me all the time. We start down a rabbit hole and we find a connector, a belt buckle, or you guys saw his ballistic vest that we made, and we've talked about soft pouches, and I think there's a lot of opportunity for fun everyday carry accessories that we're working on.
Yeah, I definitely see that.
Yeah, I'm looking for the
And
day
I'm
that
more-
Colonel just has it mounted on the side of his helmet, walking around.
Are you trying to make it heavier?
Oh, it's just for the shows, man. Come on.
You balance the nod. You put the nods on the
Gotta put the bag.
the
There you
back.
go. Count it.
So you balance.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
counterweight.
That's it.
Speaking of EDC, Zach, I think you put this in our Discord that we were.
Oh yeah.
We throw a bunch of questions. We try to throw some questions together, before a show, so that we're not just sitting here staring at each other. But yeah, what does your EDC look like? Because I know my EDC, I've got in the waistband holster that I carry, my daily carry weapon and a magazine, and in my pocket, of course, is a pocket knife, a lighter, a cutter, and somewhere on me is probably, or close by, is a cigar or a box to carry cigars in. So it just, that being the case, what does y'all's EDC look like? If you don't mind me asking. And I promise we won't tell the feds.
Well, I'm in California, so mine's real easy. I got a pocket knife, a phone, and some hair ties for my child. That's pretty much
Solid,
it,
Dad.
unfortunately.
That works. That's solid. That's solid.
Yeah, I'm a pocket knife guy, and then I have one of those little it's like a key caddy. So all your keys kind of just fit in there and stay organized. I carry way more keys than I need to, or that I want to.
Is that a key bar or
This one is the key bar. I believe.
key bar? Yeah.
Yeah,
That guy makes some really cool stuff.
yeah.
I need one.
And that's
What kind of
And then
pocket knife are you carrying?
I'm carrying a little Benchmade, which I don't even have on me, but it's tiny. He carries the same one, so it's just
That's cool.
Oh yeah.
it's
I can't remember the name of
compact,
that one, but that's our
Super compact, super small.
open
I like it.
assist on it, and
My new
It's the-
favorite knife.
it's the sharpest little thing
Yeah.
on the planet. You make sure you use the back lock, because
You will cut yourself.
you
when it
will
opens
cut
up in your
yourself on
pocket.
that one.
yeah.
And then I conceal carry as well, and I've got a 43X that I run with shield mags, so 15 plus 1,
Nice.
which I've been really happy with that Glock. You get the grip size of a 19 with the thinness of a 43, so
Yeah, that's a
it
really
gives-
solid. choice.
yeah.
Optics, no optics.
No optics. Still, I'm trying to make the transition to red dot. I know it will be faster. I've had the opportunity to shoot a decent amount with the red dot, but I'm not. I would say I'm not proficient enough with it to have it as my carry yet. I don't think.
I get that. Plus, it's a little extra bulk.
A little extra bowl. Yeah.
I got into shooting with an optic. I back when I was in Louisiana, I had a group of guys that we get together, go to the range, and we kind of shoot little mini competitions against each other, and then go eat some barbecue and play trivia and stuff. It's a blast. But after shooting my gun with the optic and how much better it made me with like very little actual learning involved, I had to add one to my EDC. So I carry the P365X macro with an optic.
We lost.
So shooting with an optic was like a big change in like accuracy. It's a lot easier to like make a precision shot or shoot faster if that's what you want to do. So I had to add it to my everyday carry, which is the P365X macro. So it's kind of comparable to your Glock in size, but I think it came out around the same time, and I just kind of gravitated toward it.
Yeah, those are extremely popular, and you
Yes.
actually can fit it in your hand. The macro.
Yeah. I carried a Glock 19 for a long time, and I still have it. It's a great gun. I shoot well with it, but it's it's just a little chunkier, and I have kind of medium sized hands, and the sig fits me.
That was always the blessing and the curse of the 19. You know, that in my opinion tended to be kind of one of the more popular concealed carry guns, and to have the same essential capacity on carry in a much slimmer profile is awesome.
Yeah, when you set the two on the table, it's not that big a difference, but when it's on your body, it's huge.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm just gonna go hide in the corner. I'm still carrying my Glock 23.
It's a good gun.
It's a good gun, and I have bigger hands than you do.
But you know,
I had piano player hands, so you know.
I would never dog what somebody else carries. You have to carry what you shoot the best with, and what makes you the most comfortable, and that's always the safest, best option. Is what you're going to be, what you're most proficient in. You know, who am I to tell you?
Also carrying a Benchmade right now.
I'm the weirdo. I do the.
I got the shootout.
Nice,
because Tennessee will let me.
I'm the weirdo. I carry the Baby Eagle. I like the 9mm.
That's a great gun.
I love that. I love that gun.
It is.
And it's the stupidest reason I bought that damn gun. I was a huge fan of Cowboy Bebop. So I literally researched what Spike carried, and it was the Baby Eagle, and I love that gun.
Yeah, I mean,
dumbest reason, coolest gun.
I mean, the nice thing about that gun is it doesn't have any hard edges. I mean, it's very smooth and rounded on that. So it is a little bit bulkier. It's a little bit bigger of a carry, but I would assume that it actually is pretty comfortable to carry
and hold and shoot.
Yeah,
and everything. It's solid.
Yeah.
Gun.
I'm pretty sure he snuggles with it too. So
it's not weird.
It's not weird at all.
Right?
No.
It's not weird.
I had two more questions for you. So do you have any interesting stories about going through TSA with the Stogy Mag? Because I just imagine some of their faces when they see that damn thing.
Because you're not allowed to carry firearms parts.
Yeah,
correct. And actually, not a single part in the Stogy Mag is a firearms part. And we actually did that specifically with the spring. When we originally did the development, we got some springs from some different mags and played with it and tested, and then for us to be able to export it, it could not have any actual firearms parts in it. We just shipped a pallet over for distribution in Europe, and we're going to be working on that. But none of that stuff could be actual firearms stuff. So, but I've carried it through airports and customs and all over the place, and we get a lot of smiles and smirks when somebody pulls it out, and they're like, "What is this?" And then they open it, and they're like, "That's awesome."
It's the kind of reaction I'm hoping for.
Yeah,
that's cool as crap. Yeah.
That brings me so much joy. I mean, we absolutely love seeing folks' faces light up. I mean, when we were walking around SHOT Show with this thing and the disco ball helmet, you got the big burly military guys that are walking around and they don't crack smiles. They're like SHOT Show's like a different animal. You know,
they got a permanent grumpy face on the whole time.
They do it, and then they see the disco ball helmet, or they take a look at the Stogy Mag.
They laugh.
Yeah, and you know that's a huge thing that we're really trying to put out there is we're not trying to take ourselves too seriously. I really love poking fun at people being serious, and it's not done in like an asshole way. It's done in I want this to be playful. We're supposed to be having fun. This is supposed to be a hobby that people chuckle about, and so we're really trying to work on that for kind of some of our brand messaging and stuff as well.
I like it.
Zach, you need to get one, and then you need it with the same paint scheme that Alex currently has, so it matches your concealed carry holster. Very Vice, very GTA Vice City vibes.
Yes, that was what we were going for. There's a new one that's getting ready to go up on the site. That's going to be chocolate chip. The vintage camouflage chocolate chip. And we're doing a giveaway right now. I believe it's on our Instagram in collaboration with one of the cigar folks, and it'll come to me in a minute.
I think I am entered.
Yes.
In that. Yeah.
Yes. Cigar.
He enters all of them.
Yeah. I entered all of them.
Unfortunately, I do have to run. I'm sorry to leave, but I appreciate you guys having us on the show. Alex and
We
say, but
appreciate you being here.
I got something I got to take care of, unfortunately.
Understood.
No, you're fine, man.
Thanks, Colonel.
Good to see you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
joining.
guys.
Thanks, Michael.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
You're not getting rid
Now
of
that
me.
he's
Dad.
gone.
Yeah, now we can talk. We can talk shit about
Now
him
we can
that
talk
he's gone. Yeah.
Exactly.
Finally.
Like, does it glisten more when he has the helmet on or off? No, I'm just kidding. Just joking.
We call the helmet the fishing lure.
I love it. Yes.
I love it. That's awesome.
We did.
I love it. That's
We've
all.
been trying to do we're really working on kind of cigar focused events, but we also have been doing a lot of collaborations within the firearms space as well. So there's a Staccato just opened their new facility out here in Vegas. So Staccato Vegas, which is very similar to Staccato Ranch in Texas. And they're doing unbelievable shooting experiences and opportunities. And so we've been teaming up with them and providing cigars for that stuff. And we've done a couple. There's a big event that we did called Shootah out in Utah, which was a bunch of manufacturers brought out stuff for you to get experience shooting their weapons and stuff. And we're really trying to focus on teaming up with more cigar folks so that when you're doing a range event like that, a machine gun shoot or something like that, to have cigars there so that you can smoke while you're there.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
So,
have to
this is-
remember which organizations they are, but I may hit you up with some potential future places you could collaborate.
Please do. Yeah, we do. We've done a lot of stuff within the shooting community, and then we're always donating to military charities that are supporting. They're doing machine gun shoots, or they're taking wounded soldiers out to do different activities and charitable stuff. We absolutely love supporting the military and first responders, and that's a big segment of kind of where I think Stogie Mag can make a impact with providing
Nice.
stuff to those organizations.
That's
Yeah, for sure.
Those guys.
That makes me think of a collaboration, I guess, between like somebody like you and Cigars for Warriors,
Mhm.
or
Yeah,
that's the first one that came. You said that, and I'm like, oh, that'd be a cool collaboration. You guys and Cigars for
yeah,
Warriors.
we love those guys. We've talked to them a number of times, and they hit us up for stuff. And anytime we can be involved in those sorts of things, we always try and provide what we can when we can.
That's awesome.
And same thing with Bryce.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Why am I forgetting the name?
Silent Hero.
Silent
Silent Hero. Thank
Jesus.
you. Same thing. He works with PTSD.
Visual reminder just for you, buddy.
Thank you. I mean, it's stupid. I talked to. Never mind. But Bryce, he works a lot of soldier with PTSD and things like that. We might be interested as well.
Yeah, please have them reach out, and if there's something we can do, even if it's sending a couple for a raffle, or we always like anything like that is great stuff, and that's very on brand for us. And so
Yeah,
That's awesome.
My last question that I had was, now that you're getting into a little bit more of, like I said, the standing rifle, ashtray that I saw that was really freaking cool. Are you going to have problems with that? Because it looks like you're actually using, I don't know if you're using printed parts or if you're actually using actual parts, because it looked like real parts on that one.
it's real parts. Yeah, so
Yeah, that's what I thought.
those are I'm considering them a little bit more artistic. They're not going to be your $60 ashtray. They're actual art pieces. So with them being actual firearms parts, yes, they're a little bit more expensive. We haven't figured out exactly the full pricing on them. I have two parts that I still need to finish our design on and send out for manufacturing, and then those will be available in some different colors. And I should have brought one to show.
Hey, yeah, I mean, it was badass, and his badassery, and it sticks out in my mind when I went to your booth and saw that. I was like, that's pretty freaking cool. And I think you had the 50 cal cutter there too.
We did, yes.
Yeah,
It's now actually up for sale, and I finished production on that, and we're going to be doing a couple that actually match some of, I have a new chocolate chip one that matches the Stogy Mag.
That's awesome.
that's cool.
So yeah, we're having a lot of fun. There's so much opportunity out there to just be doing cool stuff, and the amount of people that are reaching out and saying, we love the product, we want to do something. I absolutely love that.
I mean, it's a bucket of badassery. I can just say that for you, man. It's pretty cool.
Bucket of badassery. We're using that later.
I think that needs to be on a shirt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Idea. I'm gonna write that down. So I finished my cigar, so I guess we need to close out the cigar review real quick. Zach's having problems with his internet, so he may or may not be back on in time to do his review. But that Dominicana, I still like it. It's a great cigar. Again, if you like a sweet tip cigar, perfect for that. It is a Connecticut, which is different in the lines for a Drew Estates, and Deadwood, mild to medium smoke the entire time. No burn issues. I'm not good at flavor profiles, so I don't usually give them, but it was very light, very tasty. I'll probably get around a 4.5 out of 5 leaves. So it's a pretty solid cigar. I'd smoke it again. Love it with coffee. It definitely go well with my Dr. Pepper that I usually drink too. So yeah, 4.5. How about you, Andy?
I finished mine a while back, so I started a second cigar. But the Silent Hero Connie is... it's a great coffee and cigar. Even in the middle of the afternoon in Louisiana with 97 degree heat and 1,000% humidity and not a cloud in the sky. But that being said, it's kind of a mild medium and great for somebody that wants to get introduced to cigars. It's one of those that I would you want to try cigars, here, try this. It's not gonna put you on your ass. It's very approachable.
Yeah, that's a huge thing that somebody jumps into smoking cigars for the first time, and they get paired with the wrong stick for that initial smoke, and it sometimes will be off-putting to them, when the truth is there's a stick for everyone. There's a flavor for everyone, and that's an important part of kind of learning about cigars and trying different stuff, is finding the stick that really works for you.
Absolutely.
And the other side of that, of course, you need all of Bryce's proceeds. A percentage of that goes to help warriors with PTSD and first responders with PTSD in that realm, that particular mental health issue. So out of 5, I can't remember what the hell I rated it last time, but it's probably the same or close. It's going to be a 4.5. So let's go 4.25, just to be safe to hit the middle out of 5.
Great. Billy, how about you, buddy? I'm interested in that tailgate. And Billy's lost audio.
Microphone's on mute. Wait for it. Kick it in the butt.
We can go to Robert real quick while he figures that out. How about you, Robert?
I would say 4.5 out of 5. I was going to rate it higher, but there at the end, kind of fell apart. But before it fell apart, it was great. Typical knuckle sandwich from Espinosa. Excellent flavor. It was it burned even the whole way through. I did have to relight it one more time, just because I was paying more attention to what was going on with my computer problems. But other than that, 4.5.
Billy, you're up. You can go off mute now.
Oh, he's gone.
Or leave. And Gibbs is on mute. It's great. You're just talking to yourself, buddy.
We're professional
job,
right
Gibbs.
here. I don't know if you can tell that.
Maximum professional.
Totally professional.
Yeah,
Perfect. This is how professionals look.
Yep.
On
In case you're wondering.
podcast. Guess you were wondering.
Look
I
at
know
train
you've
wreck.
been on much better podcasts than we are, but damn it, you're not as fun. I don't think. At least I'm going to say that.
This is my first podcast. I'm a little nervous.
Are you kidding me? No. I
Damn.
think- no.
All right. I think can you hear me now?
For a second.
Yes,
Yes,
we can
sir.
hear you.
Sadly.
No, I'm sorry. So the tailgate was a good cigar. It was on the mild side, and like Andy says, I think it would be something good to give to somebody that didn't have a lot of experience smoking. And that being said, though, for me, I like a more of a full body medium type of range cigar. So for me, it didn't really quite hit the notes that I'm looking for. But it was a good quality smoke. I did have a few burn issues, but that was pretty mild as far as that goes. I did get maybe as far as flavors go, or tasting notes, whatever you want to call them. Maybe some cedar, maybe some earth kind of notes there, but nothing that really kind of knocked it out of the park for me. And because of that, with the burning issues, I think I'm going to go 375. But still a decent smoke.
Yeah, that's
Fair enough. How about you, Zach?
Well, I finished the Lizard King, and towards the end, it built a little bit in intensity, but not overly strong. Still kind of on the full side of medium, and pepper kind of whole way through was pretty consistently good, but not overpowering. It might be a good introduction to peppery cigars if someone has not tried one. And I'm gonna rate it like a 4.5. It's a solid smoke, 4.5 out of 5. And I've started this Event Horizon Intergalactic from Blackworks, and it's
Planetary.
Yeah,
And our
Zach just got
Galactic?
10 points.
just for the
Don't
name
do
of
it.
the cigar. For victory.
straight
But
up. You can't say it without. You can't say the name of the cigar without.
it's also a very good cigar.
I would. Me?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
sure.
All right. I would probably rate mine at a 4.6. It's a perfect
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon podcast, 100-degree heat cigar.
It's a dry heat, Alex.
Yeah. Again, I would have probably preferred to do a little bit of lunch before it, but that's for the after lunch smoke will be a little bit higher, but highly recommend it.
Which Johnny Tobacco Night is that? Is that the light wrapper one or the dark wrapper one?
It's the Connecticut, so it's the lighter wrapper.
I'm not sure
stuff.
the new one's out yet, but I know that they have a Maduro that they've released or are working on or it's in process. I don't know. It may be out. I haven't seen it yet, but I want to try both. I still
Yeah,
want to
I've
try
seen
the
that.
Tobacco Nut.
For sure.
Ooh, I forgot to rate something. I've got this fancy thing.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
I should rate the Stogie.
I should rate the Stogie.
Please do.
Why not?
Why not? I kind of love it the way it. It's. You're right. It's very niche, but it's very. I find it's going to be probably pretty damn helpful, especially when I'm driving. Doing my 12-hour drives to Knoxville from Northwest Louisiana, or even my rides, my 8-hour rides to see Gibbs and the crew, because it holds what, 6
Yes.
in a 5 by 50.
5x50, 5.25. You get a little bit of extra length
Yeah.
there.
Just means I have to shop my cigars a little bit better. But outside of that, it's really smooth. It's really. I just kind of love the way it fits and the way it sits. It holds the cigar that I picked up that fit it. It's easy to operate. It's one of those. I don't know that we've ever rated an accessory. Damn.
No.
Shit. I'm giving it a 5 because I just love
Whole
it.
new world. Here we
Right.
go. Now we're starting the accessory
Yeah.
reviews.
That's right.
You hit on it earlier with the Stogie Mag. I love the fact that you can throw that sucker in a backpack and it doesn't take up that much space. That to me is just great because any cigar case that you have, it takes up a lot more space, especially in a backpack or, like you said, a briefcase or anything like that. It takes up a lot more space. That is a lot slimmer design, and you know that it's not going to get damaged being in there. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
I really like that.
It's not.
Well, and it's easier. You go
I
ahead,
was just
Zach.
gonna say it's not complicated to get your cigar out of there. If you had like a
Yeah.
Exactly.
traditional travel humidor that's maybe a zipper or latches, if you're in the car, that's a dangerous operation. You're going under to get a cigar out of there. But this is just pop.
You can just reach in
slide
and
it
back
out.
one out. Yeah, that's awesome.
Exactly. Getting it was kind of fun because even my kid goes, "What is that?" my kids are 10 and 14, and I got it out of the box, and my 14-year-old goes, "You don't own a rifle. What the hell's that gonna fit, dude? That's for cigars." He goes, "That's awesome."
That's what we love. Like I said, that's
So,
my favorite interaction is when people's eyes light up and that they really enjoy the product because we really enjoyed making it.
That's great, man. It's a good product to get behind.
Don't burn me.
It's pretty cool. So at this time, I want you, Alex, to go ahead and tell us about what's going on with Stogie Mag. What's coming out for you? Anything new? Anything, any events like you were mentioning Zach in Knoxville? Take this time, express your wares, man. Let's know about what's going out with Stogie Mag.
definitely check us out on the website. We're adding new products pretty regularly. I think we gave a preview of our Spanish cedar follower that we've been working on at the show, which will be kind of taking it to another level, which is really exciting. You know, another nerdy over-engineering project that turned into a much bigger project than we kind of thought. But when it comes out, you will have Spanish cedar actually in your Stogy Mag that adds that wood note when you open it, and we'll also work to hold some additional humidity. Like I said, we're working on a redesign on our lid and base plate to continue to improve humidity within the unit, and we've got the color combos and stuff. Like I said, we're going to be at Gun Owners of America in Knoxville, so please come out and visit us there. And then I think after that, we're in Milwaukee for the National Guard Conference, which should be really cool. And I'm excited about that. We've never done that show before. And yeah, we super appreciate you guys inviting us on and taking the time to hear about how we got where we are and what we're doing. We love that you guys love the product, and hopefully we'll be invited on again.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for coming on.
Man. And we definitely appreciate you coming on, and Colonel Stogy coming on and taking the time and show us about that mag. Because like I said, the one thing that you address the problem right away that I saw with it is how you do not damage your cigars. As soon as I saw that, I was in. I was like,
we would have a lot of pissed off customers if we were damaging cigars, and I would be one of them.
Yeah, but it was just the mind thing. It's just being able to see it and realize that, you know, the actual engineering that went behind it, and understanding that, you know, it's a soft push, not a hard push or anything like that. That's what clicked for me. So maybe that clicks for other people as well too.
Yeah, it totally clicked for me, because I think I remember seeing it in a magazine, be it Cigar Snob or CA or, you know, something like that, going, that's a great idea, but that looks like it's going to eat the shit out of the, you know, the foot of my cigar, or, you know, how, you know. And then when we met at PCA, I'm with Gibbs. When we met at PCA and you said, no, check this out. This, you know, this is, I'm like, I got to get one.
Yeah. And
yeah,
stupid. I got to get one.
A little bit of the education of the product. I mean, when you first look at it, it's definitely outside of the box. So
yeah,
you have to kind of have an experience with the product and see that, you know, it's not made in China. It's not like, it is well manufactured. It will protect your sticks, and there was actually a lot of engineering that went into the development.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we forgot to ask that one question. I think Gibbs put in here: will it stop a bullet? And if it won't stop a bullet, will it at least stop a really hungry squirrel?
You know what? We should probably on the next podcast try it. I have low expectations for it being able to stop, but listen, if there's an opportunity to shoot one, let's do it.
I'm in.
Jack, set up the range.
Yeah,
my backyard.
We'll film the whole thing. All right. Well, I think we're going to close down this episode. It's been great having you on. We appreciate you coming on, and definitely you're welcome to come back and maybe bring some of your stands and stuff next time. We can see those too. Those would be awesome, man. But I'm going to say good night.
Good night.